Hello everyone, thank you for watching Mikey Talks. I'm your host Mikey Lynn, and today I'm going to talk about how no one is perfect. And that is okay, everyone is human. So no one is perfect, but that does not mean you can't treat them with respect when they mess up. Because people are going to mess up. No one is going to be perfect, but that does not mean you have to get after them for not being perfect. Or it doesn't mean you have to treat them differently for not being perfect. But for me, when I like a girl, I know she's not perfect, but I don't focus on her imperfections because there's no point in that. Now, the thing about this is you gotta be careful with that because they might feel like you put them on pedestal and they might feel like you put them higher than they are. And you value them higher than they should be. And I say that because it happened to me before. It's like, girl, you don't want to talk about their imperfections because that's going to make them feel devalued. They're going to feel like you don't care about them. But if you just focus on their good stuff, then they're going to feel like you put them on a pedestal, and it can be very confusing and very challenging to kind of work through. And that's something I'm still learning. Like I said, no one is perfect. But I had someone that I liked, and I I felt like they were a little insecure with who they were, or they had just a bad image, like a bad self-image. And I'm not going to feed into that. I'm not going to feed into their insecurities. I'm not going to feed into the bad self-image, because why would I do that? That has no value to me. It has no value to them. So I wanted to talk about their good qualities. And I did talk about their good qualities because I wanted them to feel better about themselves. Well, through doing that, they felt like I was putting them on a pedestal, and then they're like, why are you putting me on a pedestal for? It's putting pressure on me. So you gotta be careful when you do that. So my point is, no one is perfect, and it's okay to see that people are not perfect, and it's okay to mess up, and it's okay if someone in your life messes up, because mistakes are human. They're gonna happen. When people make mistakes, be there for them. Just show them that they still care. And when it comes to showing people that they are good and talk about their good qualities, my advice would be do it in moderation. Like I said, I'm still trying to learn. I'm still trying to get better at that. I'm still trying to get better at telling people how good they are, because moderation is key on that. And I say that because I like to focus more on the good people in my life. Whether it's a friend or a crush or whatever, I tend to talk about their good qualities. And I tell them about their good qualities because I know how much it sucks to be talked down to. I know how much it sucks when people tell you you're dumb. I know how much it sucks when people laugh at your goals or your dreams. I know how much it sucks when people ignore me. I know how much it sucks when people act like I don't matter and like my opinions don't matter and like what I say doesn't matter. I know what it's like to feel alone. I don't like that negative emotions. I know what it's like to be insecure and people pushing on those insecurities and not letting me forget those insecurities. I know what it's like to be torn apart. So why do I want to do that to other people? Why do I want to make people feel like how I feel? Why would I want to point out people's insecurities when I had people point out my insecurities and made them worse? Why would I make people feel worse for just being them, or make a mistake, or being an imperfection when I had people do that to me? I'd never seen a value in it, and I don't want people to feel as bad as I felt about myself. I don't want people to feel as bad as I felt. I don't want people to feel like that. So I focus on their good things because I wish someone would have focused on my good things. I wish someone would have told me the good things about me more often than I heard those good things, because I heard bad things more often than I heard the good things about me. And that kind of stuff really did mess with my value. And it made me feel like a lesson and like I was unwanted. But the truth is, I'm not a lesson and I'm not unwanted. It is easier for someone that's unhappy with themselves to talk down to you than it is for someone that admires you to get up the courage to tell you what they like about you. Because you can have a lot of secret admirers. People are not perfect, and they're never going to be perfect. No matter who they are, they're going to mess up and they're going to make mistakes. So don't get after them for those mistakes. And when you do like someone, don't put them on a pedestal. You can talk about their good things, because that's what you should do. You shouldn't focus on their insecurities. You shouldn't focus on their imperfections. But you should focus on making them feel better for who they are. You should focus on making them feel valued, because in this world, it's so hard to feel valued sometimes. In this world, it's so hard to not be insecure when people only see your insecurities, or at least people only mention your insecurities. It's so hard in life to get away from that. Rather, it's a friend, or it's a crush, or it's a significant other. don't be afraid to compliment them. Don't be afraid to focus on the positives of them. And when they make a mistake, make sure that they know that it's okay to make mistakes and that they are not a bad person and that there is nothing wrong with them, because in this world it can be so hard to know that there's nothing wrong with you when you make a mistake. Be there for those people. But keep it in moderation so that those people don't feel like you're putting them on a pedestal, which would make them feel pressured into fit this ideal image you have for them. Even if you don't have an image for them or an ideal image for them, even if you can see their flaws, because if you make someone feel like you put them on a pedestal, it can be challenging and it can really affect a relationship, whether it's a friendship or a significant other or a crush. It can really suck when someone thinks you put them on a pedestal, because more often than not, someone doesn't want to be put on a pedestal because they know they make mistakes and they know that they're not a perfect person. And when you put them on a pedestal, it freaks them out because they feel like they have this image, that you have this image of them that they have to fulfill, and if they don't fulfill it, then you're just going to either walk away or just not be there for them or see them in a different light than how you do. So acknowledge that they have their imperfections, but do not focus on their imperfections. Try to compliment them, try to make them feel like they are worthwhile, but do it in a way where it doesn't seem like you put them on a pedestal. And I know it's confusing and it can be challenging, and like I said, I'm not perfect at it, and I'm still working on it, and I'm still working on myself, I'm still working on how I am, I'm still working on how I can make people feel better about themselves without them feeling like I'm putting them on a pedestal. It's challenging. If I have a crush on someone, I focus on their good things and I tell them that I'm happy that they're in my life. I tell them that I tell them what I like about them. Because I know a lot of people are insecure. A lot of people hear the bad things about them, have people talk down to them, have people make them feel dumb. Like I was told. I don't want them to feel the way I felt. So I want to reinforce the good in them. I want to let them know that someone sees their value. So that's what I do. But through that, there's been times I had people think I put them on a pedestal when in reality I seen their flaws and I knew they weren't perfect and I did not put them on a pedestal. But I did not tell them about their bad things or their insecurities because there's no value in that. And I know that this video might be a little confusing, and I understand that. And if you'd like me to explain this better, let me know down in the comments and I'll plan this out and I'll try to make it a little bit more simpler to understand and make a better quality video on this. That's all I have for this video, and as always, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and if you would like to help me out, I'm trying to get 1,000 subscribers, and if you're one of my first subscribers, so go ahead and subscribe down below and join my journey and help me achieve my goal of 1,000 subscribers.